On UTR, we love cities that are moving forward, staying connected to their past, but constantly rediscovering themselves.
And in Bay City, you've got a trifecta of talented people, taste-tempting treats, and a town turning its incredible history into a vibrant and exciting future. From its award-winning waterfront and exploding food scene to the countless people reconnecting with its core, Bay City was, and is again, a great place to live, work, play, and make your mark. Even if your name isn't Mark. Bay City is located in the middle of your mitten, right where your thumb meets your index finger. Just make sure you're using your right hand, right?
Now there's old furniture, like the stuff I have at my house, and then there's this stuff. And I noticed the difference right away.
That's because this furniture is ultra retro and captivatingly cool. And there's way more than just furniture here too. At Retro Addicts, Dina Pilecki and Mike Bermuda are two hard-working pickers who live for the hunt of a great find.
You know, usually when I come into a place like this, I find a couple of pieces I want. I came in here and I want everything, which means I've never been to a place like this.
No.
Now, you describe your stuff as mid-century modern atomic era. Is that the same as retro?
Pretty much.
Kind of. I think retro can encompass anything old.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go back to the 40s and up to even the 80s.
Where do you guys find all this stuff?
We are just crazy pickers. That's how we explain it. We're like constantly looking, constantly going around the state, looking on like Craigslist, estate sales, and now with our store, people come to us, so that helps a lot too.
What took you down this righteously retro path? I mean, how did you guys get started in this?
For myself anyway, I can't speak for Dina. I've always, even back in high school when I was little, I mean, my grandma, she had this amazing living room set that was bright turquoise, and it was that real harsh fabric where if you like jumped on it, you could get a rug burn. Like it was, that's the stuff we grew up with, you know, starburst clocks on the walls, walnut furnishings, so that's what I remember. And I've always liked it. I've never really gotten out of that.
But you guys are so much more than furniture. Explain to me what the word, is it kitsch?
Kitsch.
What is kitsch?
Well, there's, I guess there's modern and there's kitsch when you describe mid-century. Modern is very clean, very minimalistic, and then kitsch is fun. It's yarn art, it's bright colors, it's just all the things the modern people don't have.
Right. How do you guys keep the passion going every day? Is it that much fun?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's a lot like, I guess almost like treasure hunting. When you do find that high-end piece, it's a lot like finding a little piece of gold. And you know somewhere, you'll put it online and some collector will find that and they'll treasure that probably till they pass it on to someone in their family.
Yeah, I think too, like we kind of started like collecting for the house, and it just became this like massive hoard. So then it was like, all right, let's try selling some of the stuff online. And we did, just to kind of weed things out. But then it was like, do we get a storage unit or do we start a store? And so when we started the store, I was like, how are we gonna let these pieces go? You know, this is things we collected for ourselves. And then it was so easy and so fun because you see like the joy people get when they buy it. So it's like passing on the goodness.
Yeah.
Mike and Dina truly are collectors extraordinaire. And everything in this place said, Tom, take me home. But some things more than others.
I'm Tom Dalton, and this is Under the Radar Michigan.
If you want to have a cool and funky blast perusing stuff from the past, then don't drive past Retro Addicts, because who knows, you might just find that certain special something. I found tons of them.
Handmade chocolate, fresh roasted nuts, candy, caramel corn, and ice cream. Well, now that I've got your attention, it's time to talk about some Bay City history and how sweet it is.
For generations, folks have counted on the St. Laurent Brothers Candy store to satisfy every sweet tooth in town. Heck, they've been a candy-covered icon here for over 100 years. And when Steve Fry and Keith Whitney bought the place in the 80s, they decided to carry on that tradition. And as Steve will tell you, their sweet success is something he lives for.
You know, on this show, I always say as a joke, wow, your business goes all the way back to the 1900s. But your business goes back to almost the 1800s, right?
1904 is when they first started St. Laurent Brothers.
So this candy store has been on this corner for well over 100 years.
Yep, 112, I do believe.
And for what I understand, the street was different back then. This was a whole different, what was it called?
Hell's Half Mile, and there was a reason for that.
Kind of the Wild West in Bay City.
Yep, lots of lumberjacks, lots of liquor places, lots of houses of ill repute.
Right. I understand the fourth floor here was...
We had our shot at the cat house, so to speak.
Why do you think this place has stood the test of time?
We've had a fast, friendly service. We've had a very, very good luck with employees. We've had a very loyal Bay City base, and that's it's worked for us. We haven't expanded a lot, but downtown has improved almost yearly since we've been here. And if you look around, there's 14 restaurants and new paving and new lights and new shops opening up. It's been very good.
Well, the street's a lot calmer now than it was back in the old days.
A lot calmer, a lot safer.
Well, what's the sweetest thing about being in Bay City?
The people. The Bay City is very community-oriented. It's all the good things of a small town with a little bit of big town flavor, so.
I promised my wife I'd bring her some Mallow cups. You got some?
We can make that happen.
Well, enough conversing about candy. It's time to get my hands dirty, so to speak. So Steve took us way back in time and up in the old original elevator to where his #1 candy creator worked. Yep, this is where Dana Sporman makes her magic.
First question. How come you get a nice apron and I get this plastic one?
I don't know really the answer to that, sorry.
That's good because I don't even know why I asked it. So what are we making today? Because I understand you're a 4th degree chocolatier. So what are we making?
We're gonna make peanut clusters.
Oh, one of my favorites. Okay. So what do you do first?
We open this up and all the chocolate is in here.
It's a chocolate
Okay.
waterfall. Oh, yeah.
And then you're gonna add my peanuts here.
How many peanuts do you need?
That's good, right there.
Where do I put them?
Right in the middle of the chocolate.
All right, is
Okay,
that good?
maybe a few more.
A few more? You realize I'm a chocoholic. I do have a problem with this.
And then we kind of mix them up.
Is this a single serving size?
This is gonna make several clusters.
Oh, okay. How am I doing on the peanut delivery system?
You're doing great.
Okay.
And then you just take a few.
Yes, I'm watching. I'm paying attention.
And you kind of push it off with your thumb when you're...
You make that look so easy. Each one is uniform, perfect, and looks delicious.
Are you gonna try now?
You want me to try it?
Yeah.
No way. Okay.
Well, it was time for me to get in the proverbial hot seat, or hot chocolate seat, that is. And this is where I once again found out that some things are best left to the experts. Mine may not have looked as good as Dana's, but I guarantee they tasted as good. As a matter of fact, so did my fingers. If you're looking for a good confection connection in Bay City, St. Laurent Brothers has everything you, your kids, and probably your grandkids will ever need. Because as we all know, candy is timeless.
You know, a lot of cities have special events and gatherings for the people who live there because it helps create a sense of place and community. And this one's got the word wine in it. I'll drink to that.
This is Bay City's annual Wine Walk, where the downtown eateries open their arms, open their bottles, and celebrate life in this awesome town. Now, to help me get the lay of the land and my hands around my first glass of vino, I took some time with one of Bay City's principal food pioneers, Dave Dittenberg.
I swear to you, we did not come to Bay City just because tonight is Wine Walk. But it didn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt, right?
Oh, how long have you guys been doing this?
This is our 18th year. Big event that we've had in town that everybody looks forward to. It started with 400 people and now we're up to about 1,800. So
1,800 wine walkers?
walkers, crawlers maybe at the end, by the end of it.
How does the whole thing work?
So there's 14 different bars and restaurants that participate. Each place has, the wine walkers take tickets from place to place. They get 2 samples of wine at each place and 2 samples of food from each place.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, that's 28, okay. I just want to make sure I get my fill, so point me in the right direction. Where are we going?
We're gonna go right over here to Tavern 101.
That's one of your places.
That's one of my places. I am a little bit, you know, I guess partial, but.
I don't blame you.
Well, with Dave's tutelage tucked away, I set out to wine, walk, and talk with the locals. And that shouldn't be hard to do after a glass or two.
First of all, there's two things going wrong here right now. One is this is a wine walk and you're sitting down, and two is you don't have any wine.
I have to go in the restaurant and get some wine.
Well, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Now, I'm a firm believer in you never drink a wine before it's time. Is that yours?
Yes, it is.
It was time. I noticed your wine is a lot bigger than everybody else's. Is there a reason for that?
It's an ultra white.
Oh, it's vodka.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Okay, so far I'm loving Wine Walk, but can you tell me a place where I can get some really cool furniture?
Well, Retro Addicts, of course.
Oh, duh, sorry, it's you. Oh, darn it. You're at Wine Walk,
Yes.
even though you're standing still.
My first time.
Oh, really? How many wines have you had so far?
I think about 8, 10, maybe 20. I don't remember.
We are not thirsty anymore.
Wine Walk is working.
Yes.
Let me see your Wine Walk wiggle.
Awesome.
Whether your wine walk is a skip, a saunter, a strut, or a sachet, this is a wonderful way to create community. And as you can see, and I can taste, Bay City is a wonderful place to find yourself. Heck, it's even good for finding funky furniture and classic candy. So spend some time in this exciting city by the bay. And who knows, you could like it so much, you may decide to stay. Hey, that rhymed. Bonus.